But you know what else can be terrible? Story time. I teased this earlier. But, how about now we finally go back to that Legend of Zelda one? This is called Gyorg. Entry 1, December 16th, 2011. Approximately 5 p.m. Damn it. I thought this game's learning curve was over once I finished Snowhead. Boy, was I wrong. Should have known they'd get harder than those pushovers Odolwa and Goat. But damn, that fish is fucking tense. I'm sorry for my language. Games make me so angry sometimes. Anyway, I'm sure my ranting is pissing you all off. And you're all saying, you're just a noob. Anyway, I'm sure all of you had trouble on your first of a million fucking times killing Gyorg. If you don't know what I'm talking about the boss of the third temple in the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I can't figure out why those arrows are sitting in those pots. I tried shooting it a million times, but the arrows magically disappear when they hit the surface of the water. I turned into Zora Link and dived to the bottom, but if he swims away and my boomerang fins can't catch up to him. And when he swims toward me, they just bounce off the inside of his mouth as if it were made of metal. Not to mention that whilst diving, you can't turn your camera. And you must dive every time he swallows you, or you can't throw your boomerang. But because you can't turn your camera, you have no idea if he's about to swallow you whole or not. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a couple more tries. 10 at least, before I look this up on Google. Entry 3, December 6th, 2011 at approximately 11 a.m. Wait, so this Entry 2 is 10 days before Entry 1. Also, I'm just gonna back up from the mic a little for this one. What the fuck do they mean? Stun him with Link's bow! The arrows just magically disappear when they hit the water! Fuck this fucking boss and all it stands for! Fuck this temple! Fuck this area! Fuck this fish link! Fuck this whole fucking game! It's a shitty excuse for a sequel to the best game ever! Entry 3, December 12th, 2011. Approximately 5 p.m. I don't mean any of that from the other day, killing this fish has become the only thing I think of anymore. My dreams are of it taunting me. So many. The above were the last 3 entries of Logan Straight's journal, which seemed to be about his first playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The first of these appears to be somewhat intended to appear on a message board. However, not much else is known of their nature. His attitude toward the game seemed to be fairly positive, except for in some occasions, such as the little information given as to the whereabouts of the Goron Elder and the difficulty of getting a worthy pictograph of one of the pirates for the man with the seahorse. He frequently gave insults to Nintendo, the game, and the N64's 3D rendering, specifically camera control. The journal was discovered in his apartment on December 20th, 2011 at 8:04 a.m., after reports of the apartment reeking from his room. It was discovered covered in tears, making some parts of the last post unreadable. Is that tears or tears? It could go either way. Logan himself discovered having supposedly committing suicide, hanging from a noose in his living room. The TV and Wii, from which he presumably had downloaded the game, were still on. It showed the game over screen that the player gets when they don't play the Song of Time within 3 days. Further examination showed that he had smashed the controller to pieces, and the pieces were poking through his skin in several places. This report was supposedly given to Nintendo to warn them on the steep incline in difficulty in some of their games. However, the game being so old, it received little attention. Cry some more?